Hey, it's BK the Baba, man, and we got you with another Blzzzap tutorial here. So first thing I do with every haircut is I like to pin it up and just clear a canvas. I like to call it popping the hood. Then I'll come in with every haircut with a 3-guard and I'll clear that bulk out. Sometimes I'll come in with that clipper over comb, just creating a nice shape. Then on this one, we're gonna do a little bit of a low mid taper here. So I'll come in with my bald line, set that at a triangle shape, come with my clipper all the way open, set it about a finger width guideline, come with my clipper closed, flick that bald line out. He's got very light hair, so it's very easy to flick that out. We'll come with my clipper halfway open, flick that next guideline out, come in with it 1.5, take it up just a little bit more. Right here, we're just creating a nice perimeter with our C-curve. We're just kind of etching out the sidelines. Then we're gonna come in with our 1 halfway open, just kind of creating a little bit better of a shape. Then we're gonna come in with our 0.5 all the way closed, knock out that middle bald line. Come in with our clipper all the way open, just knock it out a little bit more. Come in with that 0.5 halfway closed, flick it into our next guideline. Then we're gonna come in and etch this outline a little bit more, make this C-curve pop. Make sure the perimeter's hitting, go around the ear a little bit. Do that on both sides. You can see already the taper is pretty much done on that side. We're just gonna kind of make sure it pops. We're gonna hit it with a little bit more clipper over comb. This is what I like to call detail work. You always wanna do a little bit of detail work at the end. Then we're gonna come over to the next side with our 3-guard, do the same thing, create that shape. Just pop that shape in there with our 3-guard, come in with our trimmer bald line, created a triangle shape, coming with our clipper all the way open, creating that finger length guideline, coming with our clipper all the way closed, taking that guideline right out, then halfway closed, going straight into the next guideline, kind of flicking it a little bit, making sure that it's really true to the next guideline, coming with our 1.5, flick it straight into that 3-guard. Then we're gonna come in, same thing, make that C-curve pop, create a nice perimeter, come in with our 1 halfway open, kind of flick it into that 1.5. Come back in with our trimmer and make sure behind the ears looking nice and clean. Come back in with our 0.5 all the way closed, kind of digging into that bald line, kind of making sure that it blends right into that 1 halfway. Then we're just gonna kind of clipper over comb everything, make sure that all that bulk's knocked down, make sure that everything's looking nice. We're gonna do that on both sides here. Then we're gonna, so basically the reason I did that was so I could line up all the way around on the underside. So basically that's what we're gonna do right here, is line up all the way under. So if you can't tell already, what we're doing in this haircut is a low taper modern mullet. We want lots of texture in this haircut, so you're gonna see this haircut is actually gonna be mainly scissor work. So right here I'm just etching around the perimeter, making sure it's got a clean lineup all the way around. Then we're gonna come in and cut these bangs here. He said he wanted it right on the eyebrows. So we're not cutting too much actually, we're just cutting those tips. Literally just cutting those tips because we want it to sit right above those eyebrows. He has very fluffy front hair, so you can tell when I dry it that it's gonna pop up quite a bit. Then we're gonna cut the sides, and when you're cutting the sides, you want it to sit right on top of the taper. You want to cut the sides to right on top of the taper. And then you want to cut around, cutting straight to the bulk of what you clipper over combed. Pretty much what you clipper over combed is your guideline for the sides and the bulk on the sides. You're going to do that all the way around the head, just creating a nice scissor guideline perimeter. We're gonna do this all the way around the head. This is kind of like setting where the bulk's gonna fall, but also getting rid of some of the bulk. You can see I'm kind of pushing his head down, making sure that I'm in the right spot to cut the bulk and go all the way around the head. You want to make this kind of precise because this is your guideline. This is what you're cutting to. So you can tell I went around a few times. Then I'm going to come to the front, make a section right in the middle, and just do my deep point cutting. This is my texture technique. This is the BK texture technique. I basically just deep point cut the whole entire head, making sure that all that weight is brought down. I'm going to do this all the way to the back, so I got a middle guideline. And I'm going to bring it to both sides. Do that on the right side here. You can pretty much see your guideline right through that top hair because it's darker than the top hair. We're going to take that guideline all the way back, making sure his head's in a position where I can cut it. Then we're going to come to the sides, kind of tilt them to the left, and you can see two guidelines there. You got your top guideline and you got your bottom guideline. You're just going to cut straight to those. Deep point cuts though, you want lots of texture, you want movement. Trust me, these boys love the movement. And we're just going to come in with a little bit of detail work, come in with a little bit more texture techniques. You can see I pulled out the feather blade here for the back. The back's super thick, so I really wanted the back to be nice and textured, nice and popping. So we're going to come in here with lots of feather blading, lots of texture techniques. Then we're just going to come back to the front here and do the same thing on the other side. Just point cut all the way to the back of the head, following that guideline that you had already made. Getting rid of some of that bulk while popping those deep edges, while making sure that those jagged edges come out during the haircut. Then we're going to come in with our 14 shear texturizer. Just come in there and knock out a lot of that bulk. You can kind of see I'm like moving the hair with my hand and then knocking the bulk down, just because you can really like feel where everything is with your hands. I love these shears, man. They do exactly what I want them to do. Then we're going to come in and blow dry the hair. And you can kind of see I'm poofing it out as I'm blow drying. We're going to come back in with our texturizing shears and just kind of make sure that everything's right where we want it to be. Detail everything, make it nice and popping. Then we're going to come in with our styling powder here. And this is what makes the wonders. You can see the texture's already coming out. But with this styling powder, oh my God. We come to the front. We style to the front for him. Bring it down. Get those front bangs frolicking. Detail the C-curve a little bit more, just to make sure things are hitting, you know what I mean? Go around, make sure all that excess hair is away. Sheesh, man. All right, let's show you this thing. All right, we got this BK Blzzzap. Bring up the mirror and boom. We hit him with it, man. Come check us out over here at Royal Avenue Barbershop. Yes, sir.